Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and on this one I'm going to be showing you the best Florges build for raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And let me just say, this Pokemon is an absolute special attacking wall, as well as outputting a lot of damage, so we're going to be having a lot of fun with this one. But let me just say, why is this thing not a grass type? It's got flowers all over its head. No. Sleep. Let's start off with where to actually get this Pokemon. Now, if you come to the very top of the map where you fought that Team Star boss right here, you can find it around this area. So I'm going to put a waypoint on that raid and go over there. So in this area, you will be able to get Flabébé, Floette, and Florges. Florges is an extremely rare spawn. So if you are planning on just getting Florges, then I suggest you bring along some sandwich ingredients. And the best sandwich for the job, without using Herba Mystica, is going to be the Ultra Ham Sandwich number 82. Fairly easy to make, nothing should fall off. And this will get us our Encounter Power Fairy level 2. As far as which Florges to choose, just choose the first one you see. If you do end up seeing one, it's not going to happen that often. Like, as you can see, we've used an Encounter Power Sandwich and there's not one Florges in sight. There will be a lot of Flabébé and Floettes just flying about though, as you can see right here. Just take your pick which colour you want. But to get to Floette, to Florges, you're going to need a shiny stone. Now, to get a shiny stone, you will need to go to South Province Area 6. I'll just show you that real quick on the map. So it'll be right around this area right here. You're just going to have to search on the float until you find one. Or you can get it from Professor Jack once you catch 150 Pokemon. Just go and speak to him. He'll be in the Pokemon school. And then you can get your Florges. Let's move on to the build. I actually cannot believe that Florges is not a grass type Pokemon. Most of its moves that it actually learns through relearning moves are grass type moves. And its ability is literally for grass type Pokemon. By the way, if you want to use this as a support Pokemon, it's an amazing support Pokemon, especially for grass types. So if you have a team of people, then this as a support is just phenomenal. Moving on to the item, we're going to be using the metronome. So if we attack once, it will be 100%. If we attack again twice in a row, that will move it to 120% with the power of the metronome. Then it'll go to 140, 160, 180, and then 200 at the max. If anything interrupts it, then it will be reset. Let me show you where to get this item right now. So to get this item, we're going to be flying over to Levincia North. And then you're just going to be coming over to this shop right here, the Delibird shop. Clicking on battle items, scrolling down, and it's there for 15,000. Just go ahead and buy that, equip it onto your Pokemon. And then when we get out of the shop, we're going to be turning right and heading to this shop right over here. It's the Chansey Supply Shop, go inside there. And from this shop, if you scroll down, you'll be able to buy a load of mints, go to the light blue one and buy the Modest Mint. This will increase our special attack, but reduce our attack. We're a special attacker, we don't need attack. As you can see there, up in special attack, down in attack. Our EVs are going to go into HP and special attack. If you don't know how to get your EVs up, just go back in the Chansey Supply Shop. And you need to buy 26 HP ups and 26 calciums. That will get your HP and special attack to the max. That will cost you 520,000 Pokedollars. Or you can go to the Delibird shop, click on General Goods, and at the very bottom there'll be all your power items where you can just manually train it. I prefer to just buy it because I build so many Pokemon, I get lazy and I just buy them all. Now, after you've done this, I want you to make sure you have max IVs on everything except for your attack. If you don't know how to check your IVs, just go in your main menu, click on boxes. Then hover over your Florges, and as you can see, none of my IVs are hyper trained or best. That means I have 0 max IVs. So I'm going to need to buy 5 bottle caps to get max IVs in everything except attack. So to get bottle caps, just come to any Delibird shop, click on General Goods, and then the first item will be a bottle cap. Every bottle cap gets 1 max IV, so we're going to buy 5 of those, and it will cost us 100,000 Pokedollars. You'll need 5 at the very max. Just check how many you need, because if you can save yourself a bit of money, then you should do. And after you've got your bottle caps, I want you to fly over to Montenevera. Once you're here, just come over this way to the guy with the Abomasnow. He will hyper train your Pokemon. Click on your Florges and then click on bottle caps. And then we're going to be clicking HP, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. And then we're going to be clicking start the training. And now all our stats have actually gone up because of that. Now moving on to our ability. Our ability is going to be Flower Veil. This protects all grass type Pokemon from status conditions and the lowering of their stats. Like I said earlier, this is a phenomenal Pokemon for supporting grass type. So if you've got a team of 2, 3, or 4, I would suggest keeping a support Florges just for that ability. in case you need to take out a really annoying Pokemon that has Yawn or any other status conditions. Now, because we did a support build last time, we're going to actually be running a damage build this time because Florges actually has really good special attack. It's got 112 base special attack and the best special defense on the entire game. So against those special attackers, especially with Calm Mind, we're going to just be unstoppable and still output a decent amount of damage. Now, its hidden ability is called Symbiosis, and this passes its held item to an ally if the ally uses up its held item. So we decided to use Flower Veil, even though it doesn't do too much. But say you go online with this build, Flower Veil still has uses. Now let's get into the moveset. Our moveset is going to be Moonblast, Calm Mind, Misty Terrain, and Draining Kiss. So Moonblast is going to be a very strong move. It's going to be our main attacking move. 95 power, 100 accuracy, chance to lower their special attack. So adding onto that special attack wall even more. Our second move is going to be Calm Mind. This increases our special attack and special defense by 1 stage each. Then we have Misty Terrain. This halves the damage from dragon type moves and it protects the Pokemon on the ground from status conditions for 5 turns. We don't really care about the dragon type moves too much because we're not affected by dragon type moves. It's the status conditions why we have this move. Now, the reason we went with Misty Terrain over Safeguard is because if we use Safeguard online, then it will only protect ourselves. And say we use Misty Terrain, it will protect everyone on your team if you was to go online. And say if dragon type moves affected your teammates, it would half that damage. As for our last move, it's going to be Draining Kiss. Now, if you're dangerously low on health, then you can just use Draining Kiss and get some of that health back. Raid bosses have a lot of HP, so you'll get a lot of HP back if you do the right amount of damage. Now, Moonblast and Misty Terrain are going to be learned through level up, so you don't need to worry about them. Just get your Florges to level 100 and relearn them. Calm Mind and Draining Kiss, however, are going to be TM moves, and to get TM moves, we're going to need to come to any Pokemon Center. We're going to need to come to the green section, just speak to the TM machine. So we're going to be doing Calm Mind first. What we'll need for this is 3000 LP, 3 Stantler hair, and 3 Indeedee fur. I'm going to show you where to get these right now. So to get our Stantler, we're going to be coming right around here. So I'm going to fly over to the shrine and then just climb the wall and make my way over. You can fly to the next nearest location if you don't have the shrine. So you can actually find these Stantler on the way. So just keep your eyes open for that while you're making your way over. Slow down when you've passed all the water and just take a look around as you're walking. So it could spawn any time now. And there's one right there. All we're going to do is take that out and then we'll get our Stantler here. As for our Indeedee, from here you're just going to go straight up all the way to the top. Bit to the right, it's going to be North Province Area 1. You're going to fly over there. And then as soon as you get here, we're just going to be looking around the Pokemon Center to see if there's any that have spawned. You usually get quite a few spawning straight away, but a lot of these Pokemon are spawning. The pre-evolved form of Tinkaton, because we've still got that fairy type sandwich up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save the game and then reset the game. And then we're just going to run over here to reset the actual spawns and then run back. And as you can see, an Indeedee has spawned straight away. And then we can get our Indeedee fur onto the next move. Our next move is going to be TM37, Draining Kiss. For this, we'll need 800 LP, 3 Igglybuff Fluff, and 3 Flabebe Pollen. So I've shown you where to get Flabebe, but if you don't remember, it's just right around this area. All you have to do is fly to there and then go over and get them. As for Igglybuff, we're going to be flying to the Pokemon League. Once you're at the Pokemon League, you just have to come backwards on yourself and you will find an Igglybuff almost straight away. And then you can just take that out and you will get your Igglybuff Fluff. Before we do that though, I just want to say we've got a Discord server. It's very fun. Everyone's welcome. If you want to come down here and check it out, then I will put a link in the comments. Let's get into the raids. So we found our first 5-star raid. It's a fighting type Greedent. Let's see how it goes. So first turn, we're going to use Calm Mind. This will increase our special attack and special defense. I'm not sure whether this thing has muzzle or not. Use body press though. That's fine. Not very effective. We've used Calm Mind again to increase our special attack and special defense even more. It's going to use Bullet Seed. I remember now. This Pokemon's the Bullet Seed merchant that just runs down the timer of the clock by using Stockpile and Bullet Seed. Now we're just going to start using Moonblast. So that was the first one. Would have done more if he didn't use Stockpile. He's nullified the changes and abilities on our side, which is bad. So because he could just keep using Stockpile, we're not going to reset up. We're just going to keep attacking until we get our Terrestrialize. He's probably just going to keep using either Body Press or Bullet Seed. I'm not sure if he has any other attacking moves. So we've gone for another Moonblast. It does a bit of chip damage to the shield, but we're just after that Terrestrialize at the minute. It uses Tail Whip on us. We're going to Terrestrialize now. Now, every attack that we actually do, we are doing more and more and more damage just because of that metronome. I think this is our 4th Moonblast in a row, so that would be 160% boost on top of the Terrestrialize. It does a lot of damage to the shield, steals some of our Terra Charge 1 turn too late, and then it's going to use Body Press, does about 60 damage. So this is our 5th attack in a row. This will do 108% boost from Metronome and a boost from Terra, so this is going to do a lot of damage. There we go. We're not even boosted from Calm Mind either. We break the shield, and it has Stockpile up, so you can tell it's doing a lot of damage. It's just used Stockpile again, so now it's on +2 defense, +2 special defense. So now that it's used that, I don't think we can take him out this hit. There we go, it survives on just a little bit of health. We're going to need one more attack to finish him off. So this attack should finish him off, and the Greedent goes down, and we completed our first 5-star raid. We even got a Salty Herba Mystica, amazing. We was never too worried that we was going to lose that raid. It just kept getting drawn out because he kept using Stockpile and Bullet Seed. Let's move on to the second raid. So our second raid is going to be a 5-star fighting type Avalugg. Let's see how it goes. So first turn, we're going to use Calm Mind. This will increase our special attack and special defense. The Avalugg's going to use Crunch. It's not going to do that much because it's not very effective. We're going to use Calm Mind one more time to increase our special attack and special defense to +2 each. Avalugg's paralyzed. It can't move. So we're going to use Moonblast now. It does quite a bit of damage. It's on about around half health now. It can't move because it's paralyzed again. Amazing. And now its shield goes up, and then it nullifies stat changes and abilities on our side, then removes negative effects from itself. We're going to use Calm Mind here because we was only one attack into our Moonblast. Avalugg's going to use Crunch, and then reduces our defense with it. We're going to use Calm Mind again. This will increase our special attack and special defense back up to +2 each. And now it's going to use Ice Fang, which does a decent chunk of damage. So our Bolivar on our team has been healing us up all game with that grassy terrain. We're going to use Moonblast again. Now that we've set up a bit, we're doing a decent chunk to that shield. It's used Crunch on us again, and now our Bolivar's grassy terrain's back up. We will start to heal again. Time for another Moonblast. It does even more damage, as you can see, more than last time, because it's got an extra 20%. Avalugg uses Iron Defense because it's getting low on health, and then hits us with an Icicle Crash. Does a ton of damage because it's a critical hit, and now we can Terrestrialize and finish it off, hopefully, with a Moonblast. So it did take the Avalugg down after we Terrestrialize, and that's the second raid over with. Unfortunately, we don't get anything from it. Let's move on to the third raid. So our third raid is going to be a 5-star fighting type Tatsugiri. Let's get straight into the raid. Now, I can see this being the perfect raid for us, just because Dragon type moves don't affect us, and it's a special attacker, and we have Calm Mind and really high special defense, so I don't think it can do anything to us here. We use Calm Mind turn 1, raise that special attack and special defense. We use Calm Mind again, getting us on +2 and +2. It then uses Water Pulse on us. It does 12 damage. We use Calm Mind again for a third time. Now we're on +3 special attack and special defense. Poor Tatsugiri, he didn't deserve this. It steals some of our Terra Charge, that's fine. We're going to go all out using one of our cheers. Hopefully it doesn't put its shield up. It's going to use Water Pulse on us. Hopefully it doesn't confuse us. It confuses us. Can we get the breakthrough? Hopefully we break out of this confusion. Right, we do break through it. I'm guessing this kills. It does. And Tatsugiri goes down in just one shot from Florges on a +3 special attack and a go all out cheer. It was a very quick third raid, and we get a bit of Herba Mystica from it. I wonder why. Well, that was fun. I suggest you go out and build this Florges. Maybe even build 2 of them, one for supporting your allies online, or in a friends group if you've got one. And check out this really strong Swalot support build on screen right now. It's amazing for taking those raids out really quickly, especially if you have a special attacker, and I'll catch you on the next one.